here begins the start of my new Brew with a View series. And whilst I do reels and shorts and goodness knows what else, I have an incessant requirement to babble on just a little bit longer. Today we choose rain, unintentionally. I did not inform myself prior to leaving the house. Okay, this is weird because we have rain and sunshine. I've no idea what we're going to get here. This is Haute-Savoie. It's at the foot of the French Alps, just above the Annecy basin. Annecy Lake is just down there behind me. Chickens, horses, donkeys, dogs, mountains, ski, hikers, lots of bikes. I'm not a hiker, I'm a walker, and a fair weather walker at that. I mean, that's just pretty cool, isn't it? Of course, you won't catch me up there, but I do rather like having a look. See, there's the lake down there. We'll see that from higher up in a minute. Mountains over there. Dôme de l'Enfant. Supposed to look like teeth of L'Enfant. Haven't expired yet and I'm still walking uphill. This is good. Now that's really rather a pleasant view over the top. Almost at the top and I'm still alive. This is impressive. Not bad at all. There's so much to share from this beautiful place, and I've only explored literally the tip of the iceberg. So now you'll see why it's called the Annecy Basin. It's not commonly known as the Annecy Basin, but it is. It's a basin. Not like a bathroom sink basin, but you know what I mean. So the mountains kind of go up all around the sides and the lake's in the middle. So the depth of the lake mirrors the height of the mountains. Obviously, I remember that from school geography. This is one of my favourite views, and the higher up you go, the more spectacular it gets. Isn't that just amazing? I mean, there's not even that much snow at the moment on these mountains. High up, there's tons. Down here, that's the, I think it's called the Pavillon des Fleurs, and it's like an activity centre or a holiday. I think it's a centre de vacances. And over here we've got the Menthon Saint-Bernard Palace, so the Palais de Menthon, which is a very, very old hotel with absolutely layers and layers of history, and it's stunning and beautiful, and we will go and have a close-up. But for now, let's just get us some of this. See, what I absolutely adore about France is even in the winter, it's beautiful. It's not grey and dull. And I'm a Brit, you know. I'm always going to be a Brit, I suppose. But this is just, you know, there's the Chateau de Menthon there. This is just why I'm here. It's just, everything is so beautiful, even in winter. And on most days, today we've got cloud, which is, you know, we get that too, hey. But on days where there's blue sky and it's cold, there's just nothing more sensational than going for a walk in the hills or around the lake or anywhere. There's boats out there, see? It's a huge lake, absolutely enormous. That's the big part, Le Grand Lac. And then there's the smaller section, which is kind of over that way. And we've reached the Brew with a view spot, the bench. I mean, is that a brew with a view? That's a view, right? It's a view. Nice little close-up of our chateau there. Isn't that spectacular? Don't get many of those in England, do you? Do you? It's a bit gloomy and a little bit nippy, but I'd call that a far better brew with a view than I might have back in Blighty. What do you reckon? It is gloomy. Cloud is really low. Oh. So this village here is called Menthon Saint-Bernard, and it's right on the edge of Annecy Lake, which is there. And in this direction, in fact practically in a straight line in that direction, is Albertville, which is, it's basically the foot of where you start climbing. You head towards Moutier to go up to the Les Trois Vallées, or actually most of the ski areas in that area. And then over this way you have Annecy, which we won't be able to see, it's behind all the trees. Over that way, under the cloud, is Semnol. And sort of up, way up behind this area is Les Aravis. On a glorious day, this is a glorious view. Today we have a moody view. Menthon is one of the few villages around the lake with a port. It has its own port, so the ferry that goes up and down the lake and across and all the way around, it stops in Menthon. It also stops in Talois, and it also stops around Annecy as well, and I believe at Dussart, which is at the other end of the lake down this end. Tune in for more brews with a view, and walks, and generally gadding about. I must remember which side of the phone to look at. We also have chocolate with a view. Apparently, funfetti chocolate.